to the Jesus Path, Come Be Rescued podcast by Peggy Fink. Today is about life interruptions. First, let's drop into a familiar story of the Samaritan woman in John 4. When a Samaritan woman came to draw water, Jesus said to her, "Will you give me a drink?" So the life interruption starts with a simple request. The woman could have easily walked away, but she doesn't. The Samaritan woman said to him, "You are a Jew, and I am a Samaritan woman. How can you ask me for a drink?" For Jews did not associate with Samaritans. Simple conversation between Jesus and a woman who were not even likely to talk with each other. But Jesus had a mission because he shared who he was. He spoke into her heart, her soul, her mind, to tell her who he really was. This in itself was beyond comprehension for most, but not her, because he told her of the sin she had committed. Then the Samaritan woman, being transformed and believing in Jesus, went to her village and shared the good news. Further along in John 4 it says, many of the Samaritans from that town believed in him because of the woman's testimony. This life interruption started with a simple conversation. Sometimes life interruptions are about illness or making decisions as a family. I found that typically the Lord has a reason for or uses a life interruption to answer questions, discipline us, maybe even bless us. But there's many reasons. If the life interruption is about a decision, remember God can say yes, no, or not yet. Joseph is one of the stories from Genesis that God continually says, not yet. Joseph was thrown in a hole, sold off in prison, to name a few of his life interruptions. If you think about it, even though these interruptions were difficult to live for Joseph, the story continues until he becomes in charge of the whole land of Egypt. Now that is a promotion. That is God saying, yes, now this is what I want you to do. This is your blessings. I think life interruptions can be God trying to get our attention to his ways. It could be a blessing given to the person by God. It may be to stop a person from making a bad decision. Whatever the reason, God will use the interruption for his good. And then I would say, a life interruption could just be worldly, and we need to be patient to see how God will use it to glorify him. Look back over your life. Can you see life interruptions that you were not expecting? Some may be small, some might be a large, total life change. How did things turn out? And maybe you don't know yet. But don't dismiss those life interruptions. Look for God in them and see where he is working in your life. Remember Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. Blessings as you embrace and thank the Lord for being in your life interruptions to show you his way.